All right, welcome to another edition of GDP, Governance, Development, and People. Special good evening to you, everyone watching us from Nigeria and all across the world. My names are Twi Ayinowo. Today on the program, it's about defection. Yes, defections and the Nigerian political system. As a matter of fact, until the year 2010, that the 1999 Constitution was amended, the Constitution does not allow for defection. In fact, Section 68(1) of the Constitution stated, and I read, that a member of the Senate or House of Representatives, that is, or State Houses of Assembly, shall vacate his seat in the House of which is a member, if being a member or a person whose election to the House was sponsored by a political party. It becomes a member of another political party before the expiration of the period for which that House was elected, provided that his membership of the later political party is not as a result of a division in the political party of which he was previously a member or a measure. So, now, it was amended, and since then we've seen series of defection, cross-carpeting from one political party to another. And it stated clearly that a situation that will allow for defection, it's only when there is crisis in a political party. That is, the said political party under which the individual who is a member of the House was elected. So since then, before the 2014 election, we saw a series of defection where some members of the ruling People's Democratic Party, back then in 2014, 11 senators to be precise, left the party for the newly formed All Progressive Congress. And that followed suit in the House of Representatives, and later we saw some governors, sitting governors like the present Minister for Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, and even the governor of Sokoto State, and so many other people left the People's Democratic Party. And since then, the People's Democratic Party have not recovered from this loss. So today on the program, we just want to look at all of this and the impeachment saga. Remember, it was reported on Tuesday or on Monday that members of the Benue House of Assembly, led by an impeached speaker, convened for a meeting, and police barricaded the venue, whereby members who were loyal to the governor of the state were denied access to the state assembly. So 8 members loyal to the senator from the state, George Akume, sat and served impeachment notice to the governor. Since then, the presidency has come out to issue statement on this. But the latest defection happened last night when the Senate president decided that it's enough. It's time for him to leave the ruling All Progressive Congress. In a series of tweets from the handle of the Senate president, he stated reasons why there was need for him to leave the political party. And he said this is not just about himself, but it's as a result of issues that has been going on since his election as the president of the Senate. Now, so many people don't get time for mind, say there's no way the Senate president will leave before. Because if we have to look back, series of prosecution, allegations against him, why some people loyal to the Senate president, Bukola Saraki, refer to this as persecutions. In fact, he said he has been maltreated, he has been treated like nobody in a political party he contributed so much to form and even contributed so much to the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari at the 2015 polls. Members of PDP, led by the chairman of the party, the national chairman of the party, Prince Uche Secondus, has greeted the return of these former members of the party with celebrations. In fact, several members of PDP have gone on social media to tweet celebrating the return of their former members who previously left for the All Progressive Congress. And shortly this afternoon, about 3 hours ago, the present governor of Sokoto State, who left the PDP while he was the Speaker of the House of Representatives in 2014, talking about Aminu Waziri Tambuwa, has announced his defection from the APC back to the PDP. Big questions we've asked all over. Is this a case of interest? People have said, you know, in our Vox Pop dated Tuesday, some people have said the whole issue surrounding the defection has nothing to do with national interest. It's all about politicians wanting more for themselves. Now, these people have been proven to be correct because the Senate president also tweeted that juicy positions were given to those from Lagos State and Katsina and other members of the All Progressive Congress, himself and many others who contributed to the victory of the party at the 2015 polls were denied several benefits. Could that be an indication that this movement and the decision are just for personal aggrandizement? This might be for you to decide, as the phone line will be open for you to join us on the program today. Not forget again, say all of this now just for us to look at this issue bigly, because the issue is big, and how all of this will affect the 2019 election. Members of the All Progressive Congress don't come out to talk, say, no, Saraki will go, how many votes they get for Kwara? Less than 400,000 votes. Cannot even be compared to a vote from southern part of Kaduna State. Then again, they don't even say, well, they're not going to lose anything for the fact, say, the governor of Benue State also leave the party. And also they say, Tambuwa, no. There's nothing with Tambuwa in not owe ground at all for Sokoto. These are the positions where members of the APC don't they make, and they say this no go fit affect the political party. And more not forget, say, Saraki defection, even for so many other people follow, and 23 members of the Kwara State House of Assembly followed. The governor of the state also followed. But shockingly, a big revelation happened. I will come to that when we go for a quick break, because the news reaching us from Kwara State shows, say, some members of the PDP for Kwara State don't decamp, even the chairman of PDP for Kwara State. So, cross-carpeting. To whose benefit? Nigerians or that of the politicians? How all of this will affect 2019 election? It will influence who you would vote for. Only you get the power to decide. Don't forget to call us on the numbers that we will show for your screen to be part of the program, or you join us for social media for Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at CIN Niger. And even if you watch us live for YouTube now, you drop your comments off our website for www.cinnigeria.com/live. Once again, my name is Ayino. We will come back after this break. All right, welcome back now. So, bigly, one of the big things we say, President Muhammadu Buhari benefits. We no go fit remove the fact, say, the likes of Rotimi Amechi, Aminu Tambuwa, and even Bukola Saraki will leave, and even Otom himself and George Akume will leave the People's Democratic Party for 2014 for the APC, really contribute to the victory of the president for the 2015 polls. But now, how far all of this will come? Because some people, they have the opinion, say now Nigerians don't see our president. They don't feel evaluate him. Now President Muhammadu Buhari is now a president, not be somebody who has not been tested. All of these tests will make Nigerians won't vote for him again by 2019. Because when I listen to conversation driven by members of the APC, the things that they talk about, say yes, they know say defection don't happen. They know say it will affect their party. But one of the things they ready for now, who the PDP will bring forward come 2019. And that now waiting, many Nigerians don't they think for straight. Because as we know, the Sokoto State governor get the ambition to become president. And this now one of the things will lead to the fight between Aminu Tambuwa and the then former First Lady, Patience Jonathan, because of the ambition to become president back then. Now Bukola Saraki, indications and from all body language show say he also denies presidential ambition. And even the senator and former governor of Kano State, that is talking about Rabiu Kwankwaso. And then we already have Atiku, where they already declare in interest to become the president. And also the incumbent governor of Gombe State, Dakwambo, and even Dati, and among others. So the big question, how the PDP will fit manage all of these people for the same house and not lose them when they conduct their primary. We will see another round of defection after party primaries, especially from the PDP. Which kind of agreement and which kind deal the PDP they try to strike? Now we remember, say, there are members of the PDP, whether the most ambition they come, perhaps some of them, they are among those that just left the PDP in Kwara State to join the All Progressive Congress. How all of this will take play out, only time will tell. But then again, a quick one we will take note of, now the fact that how all of this will they bring about the development where Nigerians they call for. With the loss of President Muhammadu Buhari at the 2019 poll, if he loses the election, it will lead to further growth and development for the nation or another setback. Because if we remember, when the former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, leave office, this incumbent president, Muhammadu Buhari, so many things, setbacks that happen because it takes time to position, to choose member of cabinet, and it takes time to start to drive policies, and no wonder at a time, even though not unexpected though, but most people do not really expect that it was going to take us that long to get out of recession. And even as we speak, so many Nigerians are still suffering the effects of the recession. So how all of this will play out? President Muhammadu Buhari retains election, how he go to win? From where and where the votes will come from? Okay, now make we just go quickly to Benue State, the impeachment saga. Recall that Otom na the first governor to declare, say, in they leave the All Progressive Congress for PDP. And this announcement happened on Wednesday, the 25th, the following day after senators and even House of Rep members left the party, including a senator from Benue State, Jemade. That is Barnabas Jemade. And now, since the governor leave, immediately he left. Shortly after, the Speaker of the House was impeached. And a court injunction was placed on him to stop parading himself as the Speaker of the Benue State House of Assembly. So many people believe, say, the drama never end. And just on Monday, 8 members loyal to George Akume, Senator George Akume, a former governor of the state, including the impeached speaker, convened for a meeting, and at that meeting, they passed, in fact, impeachment notice on the governor. But now, before we talk about this, because the governor said they don't react to this, all of this are just joke. There are steps will need to be followed to impeach a governor. Steps, and this will get about 8 steps where you follow, where House of Assembly will follow to remove a governor. And one of the steps, now say a notice of any allegation in writing, they will write them, a notice of any allegation in writing alleging gross misconduct on the part of the governor. This notice will be signed by less than 1/3, by not less than 1/3, not less than 1/3 of the members of the State House of Assembly, and must be presented to the Speaker of the State House of Assembly. And the next thing is, step 2 says the Speaker now will write to the governor within, and all of this must be within 7 days. Serve the governor of the state and each member of the State House of Assembly with a copy of the notice of allegation. And step 3 says the governor has a right to reply, or he or she, if he decides not to reply, however, and any such statement in reply to the allegation must be served on each member of the State House of Assembly. Step 4 says within 14 days of the presentation of the notice to the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the state House of Assembly shall resolve by motion without any debate whether or not the allegations shall be investigated. The motion needs to be passed by 2/3 majority of all members of the State House of Assembly. And step 5, if the motion fails to reach the required majority, the process immediately stops and no further action will be taken. However, if the required majority is obtained and the motion is passed, then the Speaker of the House of Assembly will, within 7 days of passing of the motion, request the Chief Judge of the state to appoint a panel of 7 persons who, in his opinion, are of unquestionable integrity to investigate the allegation. Now, the members of the panel cannot be members of any public service, legislative house, or political party. So, you see, the process is very long to impeach a governor. Now, if we now come to step 7 now, we get to the last step, step 8 already, where you say, for the resolution to be adopted after these members don't look into all of these things, then they follow the remaining steps before finally the governor will be impeached. But as we don't see in the case with Benue State, none of these things done ready, because according to the governor, he not received any notice from the State House of Assembly. And of 30 members of the State House, we discover say they're not from quorum at all to fit sit, not to talk of discussing that issue. Now, in this, because very funny enough, police barricaded the House of Assembly, State House of Assembly, and members of the House of Assembly who have become to the PDP and who are supporters of the governor could not access the premises of the State House of Assembly, talking about Benue State. And a lot of people have come out on media to say this is an instruction from the presidency. But the president came out later on to say it has nothing to do with what is going on in Benue State, and the president cannot be in support of any unlawful process. But the big question be say, our president don't disobey several law orders. It really shows say no go support unlawful process, because as it be now, based on court judgments and all the rest, it dey detain Dasuki unlawfully. It dey detain the leader of IMNN unlawfully. So, our president no go fit do unlawful thing. Well, that's now for you to decide. But from all indication, our president not be somebody we really support or truly support rule of law. Yes. But then again, shortly after all the complaints from Benue State, they don't change the commissioner of police from the state. Fatai Owosheni will also be former commissioner for Lagos State. They don't move on to Abuja and replace him with a new commissioner. And still, as we speak for Benue State, the new commissioner of police, the order and instruction, they say, may every workers, every staff of Benue State House of Assembly vacate the premises. That simply means that the State House of Assembly will not be able to sit. The Speaker of the House of Representatives don't condemn this in totality, and also the Senate President. But then again, should one be impeached for deciding to leave a political party? Why? And not forgetting the EFCC don't come after the governor of Benue State. They don't accuse him for embezzling and mismanagement of funds, totally about 22 billion naira. And the big question we say, where all of these allegations dey until the governor dey come. So, is APC now a safe haven for corrupt politicians? Big question. If you have the answers there, you can join us for the discussion today and call us for the numbers on your screen, or you tweet at us at CIN Niger. Or of course, you can even talk to us for Facebook too at CIN Niger. Remember, we will just go for another quick break. When we come back after this break, we'll tell you more and talk more about all of this. Make some predictions. All of the cross-carpeting will take effect 2019 election. We'll come back after this break. 2015 election now. Country, nobody don't win out for northern Nigeria. Yes, nobody don't win out for northern Nigeria. It northern Nigeria. The part of Nigeria where President Muhammadu Buhari they struggle now for southern Nigeria. Yes, southern Nigeria. But he managed to form alliance with Tinubu from southwest, and even with some votes from Edo State, from River State, and even from Imo State, and also from Bayelsa State, he managed to become the president of Nigeria. One thing wey dey different from 2015 election and 2019 election, from all indication, be say the People's Democratic Party don dey show sign and don even let everybody know say their flag bearer go come from northern Nigeria. So that means whoever will contest the 2019 election with President Muhammadu Buhari is going to be someone from northern Nigeria. How strong that individual be will definitely decide how the votes will go for northern Nigeria. But if we go by the favor and the number of votes where President Muhammadu Buhari don't they get from northern Nigeria and all this why, and with the support of Tinubu and even the likes of Rotimi Amechi, and now that APC don't even win Ekiti State, which happens to be the only state of the 6 southwest states where the APC don't win for the 2015 election, simply means that if we look at President Muhammadu Buhari might win 2019 election again. But maybe we ain't go get problem in a state like Benue State with the governor we don't come out, and 2 senators going with the governor, 22 members of the State House of Assembly, and even Kwara State where this all the senators from the state don't go, and also about 6 or 8 members of House of Representatives, and also 23 members of the State House of Assembly and the governor. Then again, we can also look at states like Taraba and Gombe State. But if we still add all of this, and maybe Adamawa where Atiku come from, but that will really be determined by who the flag bearer of the PDP be. Then if you look at Kano State, with the movement and massive support where Kwankwaso they enjoyed from Kano State, and also with the team up and the collaboration where they get with another former governor of the state, Shakarao, all of this could make people they ask the question, if President Muhammadu Buhari not win 2019 election, then whoever will defeat him must be somebody with the well-liked, not just from northern Nigeria, but somebody will go fit take most votes from southern Nigeria. But well, we feel only make predictions. Politicians know what they do, because until the primaries take place, we no go fit really know how prepared and how reliable, in fact, how strong the People's Democratic Party will be. But if you ask me, I'll tell you, say this is good for democracy, because at the end of the day, they will test, they will contest, and go dey easy for somebody to easily just win like that. And so that one means whoever becomes, or whichever political party produce the president 2019, these political parties will have one thing in mind, that if they do not serve the interest of the people, and if they fail to manage their house and put everything in order, definitely they stand to be kicked out come 2023. So that's now why all of this they good for our democracy. So the program still be GDP, governance, development, and people. Honestly, now, if we don't get some phone, we'll just try to go for another break. Yes, let's go for another quick break now. We'll come back after this break. All right, welcome back now. Still Governance, Development and People on Citizen Information Network, CIN. Now still on the defection and the Nigerian political system. We've talked so much from a number of senators who don't defect, how all of this will affect 2019 election. Remember, say if you send your predictions to us at for info@cinnigeria.com and let us know what you think. But definitely, believe me and trust me, another factor we will decide how vote and election will go for Southwest again, now the Osun general election, Osun state gubernatorial election. Because any political party when win that election will definitely be a boost. But from all indication, the election will still be between the PDP and the APC. So, if the election favor the APC, that means the APC definitely gets all the 6 Southwest states, unlike 2015, where they get just 5 and not even 5, because as at then, Ondo State deal with Labour Party, they get just 4 states with Ondo and Ekiti State, Ekiti belonging to the PDP, and Ondo State Labour Party. But then, they still manage to win Ondo State. How much more now when the APC, now they rule for Ondo State, for Ekiti State, and if APC win Osun again, then we feel just a game over for the PDP. But we feel just guess, predict, you Nigerians get to decide on election day. And one way you feel decide who you won't vote for, or if not, because some people vote based on political party, if not political party you won't vote for, you go need your PVC. If not individual you won't vote for, you still need your PVC. But not forget again, say the 2019 election won't just be about the PDP and the APC, but we'll get, it will spring surprise because we get the likes of Jele Sowore, Kingsley Moghalu, and even, Feladro Toye, and other people who don't form alliance already to come together to challenge voters. But how strong and how powerful these people go fit prove vote from northern Nigeria? Because more not forget, say northern Nigeria, especially Kano, Sokoto and Katsina, and even Kaduna, and even Borno State, their votes, they always influence who become and contribute to who become a president for the country. So at the end of the day, the election will just be about you. You get the power to decide. Before registration of PVC go end this month, August, go register, get your own PVC so that you self go fit play a role to decide who the next Nigerian president go be from 2019. From all of us here for Citizen Information Network, the background crew and myself, we say thank you very much that you join us today on GDP, Governance, Development and People. My name Natwitwi Ayino. Thank you very much for your time with us. Until next time, we'll come your way again. Bye-bye.